everyone, and welcome to GTEC Season 1 Race 6 at Spa, and we have a wet race today. We're going to come through today with my dad again.
Spa-Francorchamps, a famous track known for raining on half the track and not raining on the other half. That used to happen in Formula 1 all the time.
Yeah, that's what looks like it's going to happen here today. Here's our track.
One of my
track.
One of my favorite tracks back in the F1 day when I used to watch.
Here we are with our standings. Drifting leads with 49, and then Lucy close behind with 44, sorry. And Wolf with 19, Samurai with 18. RG Labs lead with 63 still. DRC close behind with 58, and then Team Cutter with 20. As we go to the starting grid, we have Lopez at the back here. Then we have Spider here in 6th. And then coming up next, we have Dynasty in 5th. We're going reverse grid, by the way, if you haven't noticed. I don't know if I said it last time. In 4th, we have Wolf. In 3rd, we have Lucy. In 2nd place, we have Sushi Samurai, who qualified really well to qualify in 2nd. And in 1st place, we have Drift King in the lead for the race. And now we go down to the 5 red lights for the race start.
Wet race to start on a dangerous, fast course that's going to be slippery.
Yeah, it's never going to go, especially on the wet track at Spot. Here we go. Sushi gets a good start, slow start from Drift King in the slow lane.
Spun up his tires there on that start.
Oh, they're going 4 wide back there. Someone's in the grass. It looks like Dynasty there. As it's a very slow first corner.
Like Drift King went from 1st to 3rd in the first corner.
4th now.
4th.
As here we go with a wet shot up to En Rouge.
We race to En Rouge corner. Isn't this hard enough to do on dry pavement?
It's hard enough to do in dry. Here we go up En Rouge.
It's going to be crazy on wet.
Coming through. Oh, Suki's off.
Side slide, the wall, the first corner, the first
shot of En Rouge.
The first shot of En Rouge, sliding around. Wow,
drifting sideways.
Drift King cooks the wall.
And Spider gives him a tap, and then
look
into
at
the
this.
grass again.
You guys need blades under these cars to cut grass.
Yeah.
Lawnmowers out there.
Inferno's gone.
Drift King drops back down to 5th.
Inferno in the wall now with 2 seconds.
The 2 Mercedes are holding front line pretty good. I don't know how in this wet traction, but these guys got some decent traction, some decent speed on a wet, crazy track.
If they have more weight in the rear, I think that's why.
There's a lot of positions changing other than 1-2 right now in the 3, 4, 5, 6 positions right now with somebody going off almost at every corner. This is anybody's race. Anything can happen here. But these 2 Mercedes, there's Lucy and Wolf holding 1-2 pretty good.
Yeah. 1-2 for RG Labs, so they're going to have some good points here if they finish the way they are.
Wow, this is a wet race. Wet track. Let's hope this dries out at some point in the upcoming laps.
Yeah, it's a very wet track on the first lap.
Oh, this is...
As Drift King gets past Dynasty, sliding through.
There's some fishtailing going on. Whether you want to be a Drift King or not, you're a Drift King on this race.
Yeah, a couple of Bridgestone tires here. They're out in the cold here, so having some issues.
I'm assuming that everybody is running full wets on this.
Yep. Oh, someone's off.
At the beginning of this race. I mean,
it's Dynasty off the track.
I think this would be even tough in intermediates, and dry's obviously out of the question.
Yeah, it's way too wet. Yeah, even way too wet for inters. Yep. Here we get the Sushi coming around. Oh, this is coming into the 3rd sector. I got confused. We're on track for a second.
650.
Yep. Also, we are having a couple of car changes for next race because we're allowing 1 car change per season.
Car change. If you choose to abandon your car and change things up.
Oh, that's a big slide through there.
You get an opportunity at the halfway mark to change things up and change your car.
Yep. Very slow. That Lexus does not like the rain.
Lexus doesn't like the rain, huh? Oh, there's some sliding.
Yeah, it's looking very slippery out there.
A lot of positions switching in this race. That's what I see happening. There's going to be it's going to be an interesting strategy in terms of tires and fuel and how you hold it. And anything can happen because you go off the track, you're going to lose 10, 15, 12, even 30 seconds if you smoke the wall.
Yeah.
And that's going to really change this race around. So
Spider with half-second penalty, so it must have had something with some off track or hit someone. So I would talk to Sushi Samurai not too long ago. Oh, little wide up on Rouge there. I was talking to Sushi Samurai not too long ago. He said he feels like the Lando Norris of this season. He's got good race pace, but he has bad strategy or unlucky stuff that happens to him, so he feels like he's the Lando Norris of the series.
But he has actually been driving a good race.
Someone in the wall. Oh, it's Drift King. Oh,
Drift King. Oh, and he nearly gets tagged.
Oh, that was pretty close.
Oh, Drift King now, who is leading in the points, is now dead last.
Yeah, that is.
This car doesn't like rain, and these races are all random. They can rain, it can not rain, it can sprinkle, or it can downpour like this.
Yeah, and at Spa, you gotta know when it hits, when it does.
One thing about Sushi, I can say this, like, and at 650, I've been watching every race. He actually is driving very good and very consistent. I agree that there's been some
unlucky
stuff that's happened, but the guy's a pretty solid driver. He's holding a decent line, and I've watched him through this racing series, and he's doing pretty good. So I know there's a possibility he might switch his car, and he may do a lot better in a different car. But Sushi seems to be a pretty consistent driver.
Yeah, he seems to do really well.
Now, definitely the two, Lucy and Wolf, they've also been very, very, very consistent. Lucy's been very consistent. Wolf's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, Wolf had a couple of issues in the first race.
Yep.
Some strategy, but
a little bit of strategy issues there, but Lucy's definitely running a strong series, this whole series from what I've seen. It's definitely going to be a good competition there. I do find riding these races, I mean, everybody on this track is way better than me. Control, steering wheel, or whatnot. But I do find driving these races is that they are a lot of fun. Just to ride them out right to the end. I know a lot of guys sometimes abandon a race partway through, but it's a lot of fun to ride them out right to the end, because you never know who else is going to bail or DNF and whatnot, and it moves you up the grid. We've seen some funny things in the world of Formula One racing on who you think's going to win this race and who actually does win the race.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff. Spider actually up in fourth. He's up for some good points right now.
It's pretty good. So the Porsche is sticking to the ground in this rain.
Well, the Porsche is rear engine, so he's probably gonna have the most grip. Oh, as I say that,
he's got the big monster wing on the back, and he's got the weight of the engine over the tires.
We're gonna take a look at the race start here in a second. So Spider comes across the line, start lap 3 of the race start. Drifting. Oh, just a mountain of wheel spin off the start.
Look at them pass them. Look, there goes
very slow start for the RCF.
That's Sushi passing you right under. There's the two Mercedes.
The AMGs are surrounding him.
First place start for Drift King meant nothing. It was just a place to be.
Yeah, that's.
You may as well have been that car may as well have been in a line on the road. Just 3 cars past you right out of the gate.
We're on board with Wolf now.
Let's see what Wolf saw from his view.
Oh yeah, just a slow start for Drift. Oh, very slow start.
He just got sliced in half. He was the jam between the bread.
Yeah,
on those two
and then
Mercedes.
It all kicks off here.
Sushi taking it at the front there. Look at that.
Yeah. And this will be an interesting view to see everything from Spider's view. Spider gets a really good start off the line though.
Got a good start. Oh, he's shooting right up the middle. Oh, a little bit of bumping and dunk grinding. Comes to the inside.
Oh, he slides coming into the corner. There's Dynasty on his inside.
Oh, this is crazy on this corner. Let's see how this rides through En Rouge. I wonder if this replay is going to run through En Rouge.
It does. It runs all the way at the end of the Camel Straight. So
let's see what happens here.
Coming up En Rouge.
There we go.
Drifting. Oh, almost loses it again.
Wow, guys are running through this extremely quick. A slight tap on the brakes there.
Someone's wide there. There's Sushi in the wall on the right.
A little bit of a grind on the. Ooh, they kept it together for there.
Sushi's in the wall on the right there.
Oh, Sushi's in the wall on the right?
Yeah, when he's coming up on Rouge there. And they're drifting, sliding.
So he went from first to last after that wall hit. Oh, and there's some hitting there.
There's some hitting there. Very chaotic start. And then, if I remember correctly, Lopez comes sliding in. Yep, there he goes.
No!
I thought so.
James Bond just went crazily sliding through.
Yeah.
007 car just went sliding sideways through.
I've also talked to Lopez. He has some interesting calls for car choice that he's going to choose for next race. So
he'll be changing up from the DB?
I think he said he is changing from the DBR9. So here we go, Dynasty in the Supra, catching up to Spider in the Porsche. Spider is also changing his car for next race, I believe, as well.
Spider's changing up his Porsche?
Yeah, he's not running the Porsche anymore.
What's he going to be running?
He is running, I believe, the an AMG as well.
AMG is going to a Mercedes.
He's going to Mercedes.
It's funny because some guys might be going to that same Porsche that Spider's getting off of.
Yeah.
Well, every driver handles a car differently.
And every car drives different.
Every car drives different. Some are good on gas, some are good on straightaways, some are good on power.
I think Spider's big complaint about this car was like it had too much rotation, and that's why he was struggling with it.
Like oversteer?
Like it has good steering into the corner, but has so much that he's not used to it, and he ends up spinning sometimes. Or he's having to catch it in the middle of braking.
He's also driving with a remote, right?
That too, yeah.
That's extremely difficult to do. I have to give Spider lots of props. Every time I hear that, I have to give this guy lots of props because I can't make it anywhere with a controller, like at all. And it's difficult for me to operate a controller. I mean, I drive a real car, but you know, that's the deal. Is I'm accustomed to gas, brake, clutch, shifter, whatever it happens to be.
Even though controller is there's a big difference between wheel and controller. The gaps between wheel and controller are not that different in this game. You can be just as fast on controller as you are on wheel.
Yeah.
Here we go. Looking back at Wolf now coming to start lap 6.
Well, the two Mercedes are holding pretty good to the ground in this rain. It must be the weight of those cars or something, but they're
heavy. They're like one of the heaviest cars in this group, I think.
Must have some downforce on their runs too as well, like some decent downforce to kind of, because a heavy car could still have a tough time going into a corner or a turn, so they've got to be holding some pretty decent downforce.
Yeah, they have to have. I'd imagine everyone is running max downforce setups as we're gonna go on board with Lucy now.
You have to pick those setups before you know it's going to rain, but you know that it's going to rain before the race.
You never know what happens.
Oh, okay.
So basically, if it starts dry and then it goes wet, you're stuck with those downforce settings. You can't change them.
That's why we sometimes see sparks coming off some of those cars when they hit dry pavement because they're
too low to the ground.
They're running a little too much down.
And of course, everyone's trying to run as little ride height as possible to get the ground effect from the cars, but with that ground effect, it wears out those front tires, so you got to be careful about that.
This game's actually pretty good for all the details that it actually entails, from braking ratios to tire strategies to fuel strategies. You know, it's a lot better than the racing games they had when I was a lot younger. It's just pretty much gas, brake, and steering. Go for it. And gas pedal, that is. Not even run out of gas. Just you race a clock. That's about it. But these are a lot more strategy involved.
And for next season, we're going to have some changes, of course. I don't know if I've said this on any of the videos yet, but we're introducing the GTP class of cars. So there'll be 8 in GT3 and 8 in GTP. So there'll be multi-class on the track at the same time. And instead of from standing start, we are going to go to a rolling start format for next season. So just to bring the pack a little bit closer to each other, hopefully create not as chaotic starts.
As Lucy navigates through and around here.
Yeah, we're starting lap 7 now.
Lots of spray coming off the tires here.
Looks like the rain's stopped and they're starting to dry line start up here.
Still spraying quite a bit of mist in the air there off these cars.
Yeah, the track's still a little bit wet, but the rain has stopped. There's no more rain coming. Lucy sets the new fastest lap of the race.
This is interesting because I remember way back in the day when Michael Schumacher used to race this in Formula 1. Half the track was getting rained on, the other half was completely dry. Everybody came in for intermediates, except Mr. Michael Schumacher, and the Ferrari just says, screw it, I'm staying out. He stayed out on dries and won that race by just handling the car, and half the track was wet and the other half was dry. So
the question is now, is it too early? The question is now, is it too early to come in for dry sets of tires?
Yes, in my opinion.
It still looks
nobody listens
too
to me. When you see that spray coming up, you could come in for dries and think if you find a dry line, you're going to get a faster line. But if you overshoot a corner and you catch a little bit of that puddle of that water, you're slid off, and then once you hit the grass, you're hitting a wall, and you're going to have a hard time getting off of the grass. So for me, I wouldn't even, if I was on full wets, I wouldn't even be coming in for intermediates at this point because it's so early in the race. There's still a lot of fuel in the car. You got to try. I know you're losing time between wets and intermediates, but you got to make that decision on like when do I switch to intermediates that it's worth that extra stop
To get in, yeah.
to actually put on intermediates, and how many laps do I have to use if I'm 3 seconds a lap faster and I'm going to lose 30 seconds on a pit stop. I'm going to have to do 10 laps and 3 seconds a lap faster to make back that pit stop.
The Lexus is picking up speed since it stopped raining.
He's right on his partner's tail here.
Yeah.
Very close, very close. Don't take each other out, guys. You're on the same team. Oh,
what's drafting down the
This
straight?
looks like NASCAR. Is there somebody just pushing somebody?
Yep. Looks like he's actually gonna give the way for Drift King here. Yep.
Two nice looking cars though.
Yeah. Ooh. Little slide from D-Nasty in the back there.
See, that line of the track there looks very dry right there.
Yeah, that part looked very dry.
The Spa Special. Dry on one part of the track and wet on another part.
With Lucy now. A little wide.
Spa Francorchamps that takes place in those two towns over in Belgium. Fairly hilly course, actually.
In. Lucy's staying out. Who will be the first one to call it and come in for dries? We're starting at lap 8 now. Lucy with the fastest lap. Sushi had it before. It's a good little wet race here. Let's see what Wolf does. Does Wolf stay out or does he come in?
I think this track needs to dry out in sections a little bit more right here.
Wolf is staying out.
Right here where you see this car.
What about
this
Sushi?
Mercedes.
What is Sushi deciding? Sushi is staying out as well.
Staying out.
Everyone thinks it's still too wet.
Staying out. I agree with everybody's call on that one.
Yeah, everyone's still thinking it's still too wet for the dry time. There's still some dark clouds up there.
Yeah,
so.
you got to keep an eye on the sky because this game is as random as the real weather. So
Wolf and Lucy has
could dry out and it could start raining again.
Yeah, Spider. Wolf and Lucy has really pulled away. They have like a big gap to Sushi behind. Here comes Drift King. Drift King really picking up pace in that Lexus since it stopped raining. Spider comes through the bus stop. Spider's gonna stay out. So Drift King.
Still water on the side of the tracks and the chicanes there.
Yeah, the curbs are still gonna be very wet. But look at that drawing line. You can tell there's a drawing line there.
Yeah. But if you put dries on, you better make sure you can keep your tires on that dry line.
Yeah, these cars need to start running some curbs, get those curbs dried off.
Yeah, who wants to make the sacrifice and dry out the curbs? Nobody. Let everybody else do it. Wow. Oh, that en rouge.
Oh, good catch.
There's a new Drift King in town.
Yeah.
Spider pulled off a nice side slide there.
Drift goes by. Here comes Spider again at the speed of the Porsche.
Lexus is not getting away from him in a straight line.
Oh, he goes around that
the
side.
Lexus is not getting away from him in a straight line.
There's a bit of a tap there.
And a long out wide. Oh, you're going swimming over there in those puddles.
Yeah, it's still very wet over there because no one's been running over there. A little bit of tap from Spider.
Spider takes back the line and takes back the lead on that position.
Yeah. We go over Sushi. There's a very dry line there. It is very dry there. Sushi's actually gonna get the fastest lap here. He's got a plus 2 second delta there. So. Coming along the back straight, which isn't really straight.
So on the 650 McLaren.
Yep, here's Spider again. Like right there, that's a very dry spot on the track. Like you can tell it's not as wet as some parts of the other track. Like look at there, you can tell where it's dry and where it's wet. Spider,
oh, Spider,
little off-roading,
little slipping and sliding.
Oh, little bit of touch and contact, but
grab back control. These two were side by side.
Side by side. Spider sideways.
In a little bit of slippery water.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job for controlling what to control. I always say that. Like,
oh, Wolf's it. Wolf's the first one to call it.
So one of the Mercedes are in tires. What is he putting on? What's he putting on?
That looked like dries.
He went to dries.
It looked like dries to me.
He's gonna be the first one to test it out.
I mean, it stopped raining and it's getting dry, so
I'm sure he filled up that gas guzzling Mercedes.
Let's see what he comes out on. Yep, he's coming out on soft tire. He's coming out on the. It's the first car on dries.
You saw him with softs?
Yep. That's off tire. See if he can get second place because of the pit. Drift King is in now.
What's Drift King putting on?
I gotta assume. Oh! Spider's in the wall. So it looks like he must have spun it there. And coming back here. Here we are with the pit stop from Drift.
And let's see how many seconds they take to pound this down.
There it is. New set of tires going on. Who else is in the pit here? This is a different crew. Oh, it's the other DRC car. Nasty's in.
Supra's in.
So they've both called it for new tires. Drifting coming out on the soft tire. And here's Sushi now.
Now the track's looking a lot drier right now.
Yeah, and the clouds are starting to go away. They're starting to see some blue.
What lap are we in? Here comes the sun.
We're on lap 9. Look at there. You can tell it's dry there. The Nasty's gone to mediums. He's gone to medium tire instead of soft. Here's Lucy. Is Lucy gonna call it this lap? Yep. Oh no. I thought it looked like he was gonna go in for the pit, but no. He's staying out.
He's still on wets?
Yeah. It's looking a little bit too dry for the wet.
I think he's trying to like get a little bit more out of his gas.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. Like, it's very dry there. Look at that. It's the main straight there. It's very dry. I would think it's time to come in. It seems too wet. It seems too dry to stay on wet tires.
Well, it depends on how many.
Here's Sushi. Sushi decided to do. Sushi stays out too. So they think the track's still too wet to go on dry tires.
Well, they're maybe keeping an eye on the skies too. You know.
Here's Wolf.
This Spa-Francorchamps track is a tricky one. I've seen this in real life happen. Not in real life, sorry, on TV. I've never been to Belgium. I've never seen this track live. In Formula One, that is.
We are with Wolf. He's already made a stop, so we'll see what he can do. We're assuming these cars have to make another stop because they pit so early and they're not going to make it off fuel.
They were in on lap 9, so it's a 27 lap
Your
race.
Spider off the track again.
It's unlikely.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, whatever. He's having a good time. Look at that.
Ooh, get off that green stuff. The green stuff is deadly. No one likes it. And here comes Drift King now, catching up the Spider again after he stopped.
He's pitted and he's on dries.
Yep.
I wonder if he's fueled to the end of the race.
There's no chance. He can't make another stop. Here comes.
Oh, you see that? Those dry tires. They just touched a little puddle and now the action went crazy. He went sliding all around.
Yeah.
Seen that in real life lots of times.
Touch a bit of the wet part of the track. Someone's had an issue. Oh! Spider spun it there too.
Well, at least those two guys are staying in the game. They're not like, oh, I hit their wall and that's it. I'm going out. That's it. And bailing from the race. They're staying on.
You got a good chance for the points still.
Points, even for the fun of racing.
A little wide there from Spider, but he's on wet tires, so he should be okay. Dynasty, on the other hand, is on dries.
Oh, he's pitted.
Dynasty's pitted already.
He pitted already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Here's
he went wide on that corner.
So Lucy, because he hasn't pitted, he's almost lapped the back cars already. He still needs to pit. He hasn't pit yet.
He's just building that gap to save himself some space. And maybe he's going to try and one-stop it.
Here comes Sushi now.
You think Lucy could one-stop it?
I don't know. It depends how far you want to go on those wets.
Well,
because the wets are going to wear out pretty quick. Here comes the Nasty now catching up the Spider. Spider very slow out of there. Spider's trying to struggle on those wet tires.
Has the Nasty already pit for dries?
Yep, he's already pitted for dries. He's on the medium tire.
Oh, he went medium.
Yep.
So
it's looking way too dry on this track to stay on the wets. Spider wide there. Nasty gonna stay behind here.
Are these guys racing for position? Or
yep,
is
this for position.
This for position.
The Spider's on the wet tire still. Very close between these two.
So at the moment, he's probably just holding up D Nasty because once
by
he
two.
gets a little grinding, oh my paint!
So you're actually gonna get around here.
Is
Around
the super
Spiders.
gonna? Oh, he hit
no.
water! He hit water on his dry tires.
Well, he didn't get it off too bad and it's stuck back on the pavement, so he'll be okay. It looks like Spider's gone a little bit up the road though. I'd say a little bit. He's gone actually very up the road. There's Spider.
One bad move with those dry tires on wet, and it's like you're in trouble.
Yeah, you got to be very careful, but you want to catch the crossover point, so that's kind of where everyone wants to be when they want to catch a crossover point. We're back on board with Lucy on lap 11, coming to 12. We'll see if he decides to come in this stop or stay out. I think it's time to come in. I think it's still too dry to be on the wet tires still. So here he comes into the bus stop to see what he decides. I think he has to do this lap. I think it's too dry. Let's see what he does here. Yep, Lucy's coming in. So Lucy is coming in to stop. I only assume that Sushi is coming in as well. I don't think that they'll both, like Sushi will stay out. I think it's still too. I think it's too dry now.
Is the leader into the pits?
Yep, this is Lucy, the leader in the pits. I would expect Sushi to pit as well. I don't think he can stay out again. Here's Lucy now.
That's lap 12, it looks like.
Yep, lap 12. Here's Sushi now. Let's see what Sushi decides.
Can he get 15 liters?
He's coming in.
Can Lucy get 15 laps of gas to run to the end?
And do some fuel saving for sure. I don't think he'll be able to make the end on that. See where Wolf comes out as well, because Wolf is still back there. Here comes Sushi now.
Here comes the McLaren.
I'm going to put a new set of tires on.
That's the first set from wets to slicks.
Yep, for Sushi, yep. Everyone except for Spider is on the dry weather tire now. So we'll see what happens here.
And out they go.
Go on board with drifting here. Skipped ahead a couple of laps. Track looking very dry here. Drifting starting to find some pace in the RCF now once it dries out. It looks like the RCF struggles on the wet track.
See some sun coming out in the track too.
Yeah. He's catching someone. It's like Sushi. Drifting is catching Sushi. We'll see what happens with these two. And it's Puan, which is a tricky corner. Gotta be very careful if you go by.
The Lexus likes the dry track a lot more than that wet one. Couldn't do anything.
Yeah, no, it was way too wet. Lexus. Going around the S's. Oh, drifting, closing on Sushi here.
This is going to be close.
Around into the back straight now. The McLaren, I think, is a little bit faster than the Lexus in a straight line, so we'll see what happens here.
Probably because that Lexus has that big, ugly grill. Look at the size of that grill. How much air you need on a radiator?
Well, here we go. Here comes
drifting
now.
Here we go. Don't hit. Don't hit.
Let's see here.
Stay clean.
Gonna stay behind here into the bus stop. See what he does here. Well, drifting cuts it close.
Might get a penalty on
And
that
then cuts
corner.
back in.
Might get a
And
penalty
gets
on
it
that corner.
through past Sushi. That was an amazing move from drifting there.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happens on Rouge corner here when they come up to it.
See if Sushi can make another lunge.
I don't know. He might make a lunge. He might take a. He looks more aerodynamic than a Lexus. He might take a run at you.
He kind of pulled a bit away though. There's a bit of a gap there.
It's gonna be. There's a bit of a gap. I think there. I think drifting safe.
Yeah, he's
on
clear
this
up on
track.
Rouge.
Safe on this lap, anyways.
Yeah.
Through the on Rouge corner. Both stay on track. Track's drying out, looking more wider there. Less wet spots on the track right now.
Here's Spider with Lucy coming around to lap. Oh, wow. Spider very wide there. Coming around to the bus stop.
Lucy looked like he just flew through there.
That was Spider that came swiping in from the right off track. So he must have made a mistake there. Here we go, another fast lap from Lucy. The track's dried out now, so the lap times are speeding up.
Lucy's running the fastest lap as well.
Spider's gone a little bit wide. I'm shooting it down to En Rouge.
See how fast he takes us all out.
Okay, we cut from En Rouge, and we're looking at Wolf, I believe this is? Yeah, Wolf. So here's Wolf now. I just noticed what it said on their banner, on their windshield banner. It says "Thank you, Seb," for Sebastian Vettel because he's retiring. I just realized that.
That's what it says?
Yeah, that's what it says on the banner. See if you see it when it comes by here.
On the top.
On the top of the windshield, it says "Thank you, Seb."
Wow, I remember when that guy had his first Formula One race.
Yep, he won at a wet track at Monza, his first race.
Was that where he won?
That's where he won.
I just remember when he.
2008, I believe.
I remember his first season. I'm just like, wow, this guy was young. I remember when Fernando Alonso in Formula One ran his
Minardi.
when he was running in Minardi, like his first time out, and then he got pulled over to Renault.
Yeah, and then won his 2 championships there.
I remember even Lewis Hamilton. First race I saw Lewis Hamilton run, I'm like, wow, I said, there's some potential here.
Yeah, and now look at all these years later now, 7-time world champion. Tied with Michael.
Time goes on pretty quick, guys.
Yeah. Here we are coming with Nasty now coming around to the bus stop to start his lap 17, I believe. Actually, I don't think he's been lapped yet. Well, there's my answer. There's Lucy behind me. He hasn't been lapped yet. Now he's showing the blue flag. Here's Lucy. We're around into the start of lap 18.
Finish line, blue flag waving.
Yep.
Run on Rouge. Let him pass you after that.
He's still too far back.
Yeah.
Designs for these cars look amazing. Like, it's really well done what they have for the designs. Yeah, you see the speed they carried through En Rouge there.
They just ran through that.
The amount of speed they carried there was ridiculous. They had a lot of speed there. And they kept it straight. Lucy's still closing on the Nasty here. Lucy's got a massive lead from second place. He's pulled away in this rain, so he's really good in the rain.
Both Mercedes are running really
Yeah, I think it's because they have a lot of weight and most of the weight's in the rear of the car. Like they have a lot of weight in the rear.
good. Sure, they got a lot of engine in the front.
Oh yeah, they do have a lot of engine in the front, but there's also a lot of weight in the rear of the car too, because of the way the balance of the cars. Meanwhile, right in front of Lucy, the Nasty's got the opposite end. He's got like the least amount of weight of any car in this series right now, because like I think the Supra weighs like the least amount.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so. Well, not the full lease. The full lease is the BRZ, which is banned for the season.
Yeah. You would think that the 650 isn't that all carbon fiber as well? Is that a carbon fiber car? It'd be a lot
No,
lighter.
for this class they have to be steel cars.
Okay.
The bodywork has to be steel.
Look at these two.
Yeah. It's not for position, but they're still a good battle.
A good battle, and yeah, I mean, chance to give way to Lucy there.
Yeah, which he just did.
Ooh, a little fishtail.
So yeah, D Nasty's still hanging in there. Not down, but look how far Wolf is behind. He's behind half a lap. That's how far Lucy has a lead.
And they're in the same cars.
And they're in the same cars.
Did it look like they were running similar? Actually, Lucy ran a lot longer.
Lucy ran a lot longer than Wolf did. Wolf was the first car to pit to go to the dry tire.
That's right. So, I mean, that could have detrimented them a little bit, too. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
good when you're on dry track, but you touch any splash of water, and that's your enemy.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta be very careful. But again, now you don't have to be as careful now because we're on a dry track now.
Well, a drying track.
Yeah. Well, it's dry by now. You guys can pet a little bit.
And just around, you know what, around the edges, I'm sure there's still puddles of water.
Ooh,
sitting
hang on, here
there.
comes Drift King now. Drift King catching up.
Catching up to Wolf.
Yeah.
These two are racing for position here.
Yeah, this position is for second. Sushi must have dropped back quite a bit, or maybe just the pace of that RCF. The RCF is flying right now. Ooh, up the inside here. Taking a peek. There it says, I saw it there. It says, thank you, Seb. On this windshield there. Here we go. Literally gonna go 2x2 through here. No, it isn't. You're gonna stay single file through here. Comes Drift King around the outside. Is he gonna get the run? They're still side by side. And now he's ahead.
He's ahead. Both go a little wide. Well, Drift King went a little wide. Wolf slipstreaming him.
Yeah, we're trying to get you back
He's
up.
trying to line him back up.
Your AMG is faster in a straight line than the RCF, so we'll see here.
They're still pretty tight to each other.
Yeah, still
They're
close
still
battling.
very tight to each other.
Here they come. Oh. Get a little close to each other here. There's a good little fight.
Let's see how they run this through en route right now.
There's some dark clouds up there. Is it gonna rain again? Looks like it's getting dark up there.
Here we go. Round the hairpin. Heading down that straight.
We've got a little wide on that green stuff on the outside.
There's not going to be an attempted pass on En Rouge.
No, too far back. Catch up now.
The Lexus is pulling away.
Yeah, the Lexus
Must be making its run on late braking and early accelerating out of corners, because on the straight it doesn't have that Mercedes.
Yeah, the Mercedes is definitely quicker in a straight line. Lucy actually pits. So Lucy does not have enough fuel to make it to the end, so he's coming in for fuel.
Fuel and tires.
So I'm expecting everyone then to pit for fuel and tires, because Lucy was the last car to stop.
Lucy was the last car to stop.
Well, technically Sushi was, but they pitted on the same lap. So one of the last cars to stop.
And that's lap 22. Is that to
And
say
he did
five laps to go to 27?
Yep. So yeah, so a little low on fuel. So we'll see if anyone else can make it to the end. I don't think anyone else is gonna make it to the end though, because anyone past Lucy pitted later. Sorry, not later, earlier than Lucy. So we'll see how this goes. Here we go, Sushi now. 4th place, dropped down quite a bit. He's just losing pace all of a sudden. Around the S's again. Good racing going on.
Yeah, the track looks pretty dry right now.
Here's D Nasty, the next car behind, which is another, again, half a lap behind. The field is very, very spread out right now.
That's what rain always does to a race, is it always throws the grid. Way more than you think. So if you're one of the slower racers, you pray for rain, because that's when it throws things all up in the air.
Drift King is in. So he's He's come in for fuel, it looks like.
Fuel and tires. Lap 21. That's Drift King's second stop.
Yep.
So he's going to the end of the race from here because there's only technically 5 laps left to go.
Yeah. There's Sushi that got ahead because of the pit lane. It is starting to look dark up there, though.
Clouds are rolling back in to the mountains. I definitely don't see sun on the track. I don't see rain, but I don't see the sun on the track.
Yeah, it's getting dark again. We'll see what happens here coming in the race. We'll get a couple sprinkles right at the end.
Let's see, this track's kind of famous for that.
Here comes Lucy now after the pit stop.
So Lucy's still in first.
Yep, Lucy's still in first. And Nasty right behind. Even though being a lap down. Still.
I see Wolf in second, is that correct?
Yep, Wolf's in second. It's Lucy, Wolf, Sushi, Drift King, Nasty, and Spider. So here we are coming down to lost where we are on track for some reason. There's definitely no more sun, that's for sure.
Sun's gone in.
Yeah, Spider now.
And we were on lap. What lap is that?
It'd be lap 23 because Spider's 2 laps down. Yeah. And fourth, trying to make a comeback, trying to catch back up to Sushi and Wolf.
This grid has changed leaders
Drastically.
Quite a few times from the beginning of the race to after pits to
now.
During the races. This grid's changed up quite a bit.
Yeah. It is a very, very mixed up grid, that's for sure. Oh, and here comes the rain.
Rain.
Yep, here it is. Oh!
On one part of the track.
On one part of the track,
It's
it started
raining on one corner of the track. There's Spa for you. Raining on one side, dry on the other. What tire do I put on? Intermediate?
Drift King stayed out
wet?
here.
He stayed out, but he's got to find dry track.
Yeah, it started raining a little bit there. The track's not fully wet.
Oh, here comes the McLaren up to En Rouge, it looks like. Bang, bang.
So the rain did show its ugly face again.
Yeah, on one part of the track. What part of the track was that rain?
That was the start-finish straight.
Was it?
Yeah.
So many other cars are about to hit that. They don't know what's going on over there, but when they come around, they will.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, it looks dark here.
It's not raining here yet.
Not raining there, but it looks dark.
Could be coming there. Never know. Oh, yeah, there it is. Here comes something.
This looks a little slick.
Here comes the rain. Here it is. There it
There's
is.
the rain.
There's the rain.
Oh, downpour on this corner.
Oh, look at Sushi's off the track.
Oh.
Just skidded off the track because of the rain. Nasty's in the pits. I'm assuming he's going to the wet tire.
Nasty's in the pit?
Yep, Nasty's in the pit.
He's got to go to at least an intermediate. At least
Intermediate or wet.
Intermediate or a wet. Half the track is wet, half the track is dry.
Yeah, it's getting chaotic here.
Oh, here comes. Is this
This is Nasty coming in.
This Nasty in the Supra?
Yep, this is Nasty coming in.
Is he going to throw on intermediates or wets? What's he going to do? It's raining.
It is raining.
What's he putting on?
I don't know. Let's see here.
Does it show?
Let's see. What's he coming out on? He's out on inters.
He's out on intermediates.
Intermediate.
He's taking a gamble. He's taking a gamble that the rain's going to keep going.
Well, I think the inters are a good choice because you got half wet
Good
track.
choice. Good choice.
Here comes the rain again.
Oh, the Mercedes can't stick on the slicks.
Oh, here comes the rain. The rain is coming down.
Oh no, this is the corner. This is the corner.
Well, it's not raining here right now, but
But
it's
it's
definitely wet.
He held it. The Mercedes held it on the slicks.
Yeah. Here's Wolf here. Just understeering.
Oh, he
Wolf's
can't.
making a call. Wolf's coming in as well.
Wolf's coming in?
Wolf's coming in. This is going to be interesting coming to the end of the race.
Yeah, because we only have 4 laps to go, and I see rain in the forecast.
This will be interesting.
I see rain on the track. I see a wet track. I see haze rolling in.
Here's Sushi. Let's see what Sushi decides to do. Is he gonna come in or is he staying out? He's staying out on the dry tire.
He's staying out. He's going for it. He's
What about Drift King right behind? He's also staying out on the dry
Drift King's
tire.
staying out on the dry tire as well.
Where does the question now is? Where does Wolf come out in the on those wet tires? He's coming out now, so
What's
we'll
he
see.
putting on? What did he put on?
I'm assuming wet tires. He's gone on to inters.
Intermediates.
So we'll see. He's come out just in front of this pack here.
Wolf. Put
So
on the
it's-
intermediates.
So
better,
it's Wolf, Sushi,
better
and
safer
Drift King.
and slower than sorry, I guess.
It's Wolf, Sushi, and Drift King now as they all close into each other. This will be an interesting little fight.
What am I
coming
looking
from
at
there.
here? Haze or rain?
That's haze. That's not raining there. Someone's here at the ground. Oh, here comes Drift King just sending
I think
it.
it was Drift King that scraped the bottom of his car on that chicane.
Yeah, looked like it. Coming along here.
I don't know how this speed's gonna hold when he hits a wet piece of pavement. Is that rain there?
Nope. It's not raining there. The track's not raining right now where it is.
But
Ooh.
it's got a lot of wet spots on it.
Yeah, that's for
There's
sure.
some spray coming off those. Cars.
Comes Drift King trying to get around Wolf now. 2 sets of tires. Was it too early to come in on
One
wets,
dry,
maybe?
one intermediates.
Yeah. Ooh, a little snap there from Wolf. Here comes Drift King. Around the outside on Puon. 2x2. He's gonna hold it. Oh, no, pushes him off.
He hit water.
Wolf pushed him off there.
Did he get pushed?
Yep, and now it's a 3x3. One on one now.
Who's that
Here
third
comes
one? That's a
Sushi.
Sushi and the McLaren coming
This
in.
is for position. Here comes Drift King going around the outside here.
I hope these 3 guys don't take all 3 of themselves out.
This thing in. Spider's in. I'm assuming he's going to wet tire.
You can take that gamble and go for that. That's
Yep.
not a bad gamble.
Here he comes around.
We're down to 3 laps to go.
Drift King's now ahead of. Drift King's now ahead, actually. Wait, no, he isn't now. They're 2x2. Oh, no, they were 2x2. Here we go. Now he's passed.
Can he hold it?
We'll see here. Good little fight here between these 3. Here comes Sushi now. A little wide. Maybe it was too early to come in for wets. As Wolf gets a half-second penalty there for cutting the corner. Or going wide off track. Here comes Sushi. It's an interesting one.
Half-second slowdown coming up.
Yeah. Guess it's served it on the back straight.
Sushi might take him. He's close enough to pass him.
Yeah, we'll see here. Here they come. It's a good little fight here. Look how far Drift King's already
Sushi's
pulled.
still on dries?
Sushi's still on dries.
Well, we'll see. He may not pass Wolf depending on what's on the track.
Yeah, we'll see here. Coming up on Rouge.
Clouds in the sky and the sun on the horizon, but clouds in the sky. Looks kind of hazy there.
Yeah. Here we go, looking on board with Lucy here.
Lucy's looking pretty comfortable at the front.
Yeah. It's very hazy there. Not hazy, but like foggy more. That looks like fog right there, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like fog. Lucy looks like he's running the race.
Yeah.
Nobody in front of him. Nobody.
Lucy's gonna win this race. He's got like a minute gap.
Anything can happen. I mean,
It's a minute gap. I don't think.
you can smoke some grass and spin around 10 times and
10
need to
times.
pit because you have so much body damage.
We'll see here. Coming around at the end of the Camel Straight here. Here we are motor with Dynasty here on those inters. He seems to be doing well on the inters so
Yeah,
far.
He came in at the right time, got the right tire.
The softs though, it's like very close between the inters and softs still, because the track's not wet enough for the inters, but it's also not wet enough for to switch to inters. So the dry tires are keeping up.
But, you know, Sushi took a
Oh, look at this fight.
Oh,
Sushi's gonna get ahead from the slowdown. He might even be ahead before the slowdown. He's ahead before the slowdown.
Gamble on the intermediates, if you want to call it that, on what might come, and it might be the right choice.
Here we go. Oh, here comes the rain.
There's more rain up.
I saw a little bit of rain there. Let's see.
Their wipers are going. Their wipers are going. Somebody's spinning.
Let's see. Oh, here's the rain. It's here. There's the rain.
Oh, that's a wet track.
That's a wet track, all right.
What are you looking at? Drift?
Yep. Yellow flag's
Second
head.
place.
Oh, it's sideways.
Oh, those tires can't handle that.
It's
those
way too wet
Those
now.
tires can't handle that. You can't handle
He's
it.
past the pit lane, though.
Oh, look at that.
this.
You can't handle it. It's on dry tires.
It is way too wet. Let's take a look what happened here. Because that was crazy.
Better leave it in first gear.
Here's Sushi. Oh, here's the rain. Look at it. Look at the track just get wet. It just got wet all of a sudden.
Oh no, he's on dries.
He's on dries, though.
He's on dries.
Wolf stayed out because...
thought
Oh,
he
he
was
tagged
on
Wolf. He ended up tagging Wolf there.
Oh, he's. If you're on dries in this, you're in no man's land.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing spins.
He's trying to get into the pit lane.
Oh, he's trying to get in the pit.
He's trying to get in the pit lane because the rain hit at the right time.
Well,
It was unfortunate though for
You don't
Drift
wanna
King because
waste time.
look where the rain hit and Drift King.
how many laps am I looking at left? There's 2 laps
Yeah.
left.
So look. So look where the rain hit for Drift King hit here, so he couldn't get into the pit lane. It was too tight of a turn. There, it's still not downpouring. Once he hits the gas here though, it starts downpouring. Look at the track now.
The clouds are all over you.
It was just like it's just pure wet here. And then on dry tires, he has no control. Look at this, sideways.
Pick a wall.
He didn't hit anything.
Right wall or left wall. Pick one.
Yeah. So here comes Wolf now, catching up to Drift King, because Wolf was on the intermediate tires from before. Look how slow Drift King is now coming through
you
here.
gotta take it easy. You gotta stay in like 3rd gear the whole way.
Oh,
Just grind. Look at it. Look.
There goes Wolf.
Wolf's on intermediate.
Wolf's on the inter tires.
Just passed him like he wasn't there. Passed him like the pace car.
Yeah, that's. Oh, he's gone wide too.
Gone wide.
So
This
the
is-
rain came at the wrong
This is.
time.
Oh, he's drifting. All right, Drift King. You're drifting.
Now he has to reverse it here, or just spin it.
Oh,
around that
he's just spinning on the grass, playing on the grass. Oh, can't even keep it straight there.
way. This track is way too wet for slicks.
I mean, this is crazy because there's like 2 laps left in this race.
And it started raining.
And
Oh.
it's raining. 2 laps left in this race. The guys out there that are running soft slicks, they're struggling like crazy.
Yeah.
They're struggling like crazy. I don't know. I think you got to get into the pits and grab tires.
Yeah, Sushi did get into the pits, but he's struggling on those tires.
But he's on dry still.
No, he came in.
He came in?
I think he came in.
I don't think. I thought Sushi was still on slicks. I think Sushi's still on slicks. Oh, who's that?
That's Lucy.
He on dries too?
No, I don't know. I think Lucy came in for wets.
Intermediates?
It has to be wets by now. Look at this track.
You can't just magically put them on. You got to pull
There's
to the
Drift King
pit.
off again.
Drift King's got a pit. This is just.
One lap left, you got to pit.
I mean, it hit. I mean, pitting with 1 lap left. Take no gas, but
Oh,
I don't know. I
look
think
at it. Look at the car. You just
I
see
would take the gamble with 1 lap left and just throw on full wets.
Yeah, let's
Just
see what
throw
he
on
does here.
full wets.
Yeah, he's coming in. It's way too wet.
Can't make it. Can't make it. Can't even make it into the pits. Oh, 1 lap to go and he's pitting.
Yeah.
So let's say lap 26.
Yep, lap 26.
1 lap to go and you're pitting.
Here comes Here comes the Nasty now, because the Nasty's catching up to Sushi.
D Nasty went in on the intermediates.
D Nasty was in on intermediates.
Sushi is on softs.
Yeah, I
Dry
think so.
softs.
You know what? Yeah, I think so. I think that's what happened. I don't know.
D Nasty came in at the right time and got intermediates. He
Yeah.
came in right before the rain. It just starting to drizzle. He's like, made the call. I'm going for intermediates and
Spider was still on a soft tire. Spider didn't pit for wets.
wow. Who's that? Lucy up front?
That's Lucy about to finish the race. So Lucy with the fastest lap as well, because it's raining.
And made the right call on
And
those
made the right
intermediates
call.
at the right
He
time.
ran a really good race. He's going
and
to win
also
here.
went
All
like
sideways.
also went on an extended pit.
And across the line, Lucy is the winner of the race. Here comes Wolf now, struggling from behind. And look at this. Here's
But
Drift
Wolf's-
King coming up
Wolf's
now
in position,
after the
right?
pit stop. Wolf's in second.
Wolf's in second in position.
Yeah.
Like,
Drift King is way too far behind because he had to stop. So we'll see what's going on
it's going to be
here.
a 1-2 on the Mercedes team.
It's going to be a 1-2. It's looking like, yeah. It's going to be a 1-2. This was a very great race. Here's Sushi. D Nasty's catching up to Sushi here.
I guess this is all tires. This is all tires.
Here comes D Nasty now catching up to Sushi.
He's got the intermediates on.
Oh, Sushi's got understeering. Here comes D Nasty.
Because your tires have no treads to grip the ground.
Yep, and he's ahead. D Nasty's ahead of Sushi now.
D Nasty has passed him with 1 lap to go.
On the final lap.
This is where Sushi, good driving, good driver.
Here comes Wolf now to cross
Tough
the line.
luck.
Yeah.
Tough luck.
As he said, the Lando
Actually,
Norris of the series.
that tough luck also hit Drift King on this one too, and anybody else on slicks out there.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's Wolf coming across the line.
Oh, he's doing his cool down.
Here comes Drift King.
Drift King went in for full wets.
It was a good recovery drive though from after spinning to last place.
What position is Drift King in?
Third place.
Third place. Well,
Good recovery drive.
fully fueled up to the end of the race with full wets on. Nobody in the immediate vicinity. Drift King should be coming in third unless he does something crazy and goes and cuts some grass.
Yeah. Cut some grass.
As long as you stay on pavement, you should be all right.
Am I getting paid to cut grass? That's what he's
You
saying
getting
right
paid
now.
to get grass?
I'll go cut the grass if it is. Here he comes, coming around to the bus stop.
This race started. It finished like it started in
Yeah.
the rain. Started downpouring. Looks like it's ending in the downpour.
Yep. Here comes Drift King now to finish in third place.
I would say that the PlayStation computer was being unfair if I didn't see exactly like this happen in Spa in real racing.
As
So,
here comes D Nasty to finish in fourth after passing Sushi on
fourth.
the last
I thought
lap.
he was in third.
No, Drift King was fourth. D Nasty's in fourth.
Oh, sorry, D Nasty.
D Nasty, yes. Here he comes, flashing the lights.
Is this the one he's running out of gas?
And he's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel.
right there. Coast,
He's coasting to the line.
coast, and it's done.
He made it.
He made it, just barely, literally.
He's got no gas
Here
left.
comes Sushi to finish, and here's Spider, but Spider's 2 laps down.
Sushi is nursing wet tires.
Yeah. And Spider's gonna finish in 6th, 2 laps down. And our race winner today is Lucy. He ran a really, really, really good race for today, so
Looks like those Mercedes like wet tracks, that's what I'll say.
yeah, they do. Looks like they do. Here's our final results here. Lucy wins, followed by Wolf, followed by Drift King, followed by Dynasty, Sushi, Spider, and Lopez DNF'd. As we go take a look at our standings now, it is a tie for first place in driver standings with Drift King and Lucy with both 55 points. Then Wolf behind with 26 and Sushi close behind with 21. RG Ladders lead with 81. DRC Racing with 69 and Team Spider with 25. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.
See you next time.